Welcome back to the Curiosity Cave. Today I'm going to have a special edition, Black History Month. We're going to go through a bunch of my Negro League collection and bridge players and meet a lot of cards, some programs, some letters, autographs. Hope you enjoy them. I'm going to start out with a couple curiosities. Here's a candy lid topper, Jackie Robinson, from the 1950s. There was a clear base underneath that was full of candy, and this is the bust that was on top. You can see Jackie Robinson, Brooklyn Dodgers. And the other piece I'm going to show you is a piece you've seen quite often, but one of my favorites, Heartland statue of Willie Mays, good old number 24. Shout out to Sammy Thunder and Rick Oddball Cards, vintage Oddball Cards, sorry. It's with the San Francisco Giants. Beautiful statue. And it says Heartland Plastic right there in the back of the belt. Honest it does. So I'll get on with the rest of the video, and I hope you guys enjoy a look at some historic pieces, curiosity pieces, and thank you everybody for watching. And of course, I have to include cards from my exhibit collection. Let's start off. Larry Doby in his Newark Eagles uniform, airbrushed out, of course. Hank Aaron. Milwaukee Braves. There's Gene Baker. I believe all these players are bridge players, played in Negro Leagues and American or National League. I can't say Major Leagues because Negro Leagues are now considered Major League. Roy Campanella also played for the St. Paul Saints. Here's Luke Easter. He's in a San Diego Padres uniform, minor league uniform, airbrushed out. Elston Howard. Monty Irvin. Sam Jethro, Rookie of the Year. Willie Mays. Minnie Minoso. Don Newcomb. And last but not least, Jackie Robinson. And he's in his Montreal Royals uniform. And of course, the logos are airbrushed out. (1905) Minnesota Gopher, University of Minnesota yearbook. The reason we're looking at the 1905 Minnesota Gopher, Bobby Marshall. He's the first All-American, first black football player in what is now the Big Ten. He played Negro League baseball with the St. Paul Colored Gophers and the Chicago American Giants. And then he became the first African American to play in an NFL game, followed a week later by Fritz Pollard. Great all-around athlete. He was 40 years old and an NFL rookie. He also played hockey in the off-season when he was younger. Graduate of Minneapolis Central High School. Born in Milwaukee. And he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. And here's a picture of the football team. Can you see Bobby Marshall right there? Awesome story. And Satchel also appeared in movies. Here he is in The Wonderful Country, also starring Robert Mitchum. Here's Satchel as a cavalry officer. And here's another picture of Satchel with Robert Mitchum. Satchel comes in the movie pretty early, but doesn't say a lot. Then he comes in later. Has a few lines. He wasn't one of the major actors, but he was a good supporting actor. One of my favorite movies, Bingo Long, Traveling All-Stars, and Motor Kings. It's based on the old barnstorming teams. Many of them were comprised of Negro League players. Here's a nice picture of the cast. Billy D. Williams. There's Leon Wagner, actual Major League Baseball player. Was in the movie. John Amos played a character based on Josh Gibson, and Billy D. Williams' character is based on Satchel Paige, from what I could see. But it is a fun movie. This is some paperwork, letters I have from the All Nations team. Owner, J.L. Wilkinson. Manager, John Donaldson. Possible future Hall of Famer, John Donaldson. And here's a picture of the team with John Donaldson. And the guy right behind him is Jose Mendez, Hall of Famer from Cuba. And the date of this is May 1923. And the basis of the letter is to organize a game between my hometown and the All Nations baseball team. It's signed by the organizer that worked for J.D. Wilkinson, Frank Galbraith, or Larry Galbraith, sorry. And that's the All Nations team. And my hometown accepted, and here's the acceptance letter from the All Nations baseball team. Supreme traveling baseball attraction. The manager of my hometown's team. And they're going to play on June 6th, 1923. They're going to pass out flyers, and they agree to the percentage and everything that was in the original letters. This is something that I'm either going to donate it to the Negro League Museum, or if somebody offers me something outrageous, this is like a part of my permanent collection. And here's the from the Donaldson network. Peter was Peter Gorton, who's looked up all these stats for John Donaldson. He's been in charge of that. People have been sending him chats and stats and everything. Here's the newspaper account of the game against the All Nations team. Doesn't look like John Donaldson pitched that day, but there was 900 people there. In 1977, Satchel, Paige, baseball great Hall of Famers. Same pose as the 1949 Satchel Paige exhibit card that is also part of the 1947 through 66 exhibit set. Judy Johnson, best wishes. Postcard. Hall of Fame postcard of Buck Leonard. Here's a card I got at a couple cards. I got these at Uncle Rich Klein's show in, I think it's in Frisco, is where he has a show, in Dallas suburb. Bought these two raw, and PSA authenticated them. Here's one from an old show in Minnesota, Monty Irvin. Press steel. And I'm not really looking for a grade or anything else except for authentication, so I just get the trading card label. And yeah, my favorite autograph. I got this one on eBay. It looks so good. Nice solid black ink plus the extra best wishes from Satchel Paige and authenticated.